The story everyone is talking about in the US today, and we have the latest updates right here. Welcome to USA News. If you don't want to miss what happens next, subscribe now. Here is what we know so far. American doctor released after Ebola isolation abroad, a story of fear, hope, and relief. Imagine being thousands of miles from home, isolated in a specialized medical unit, waiting day after day to find out whether you've been infected with one of the world's deadliest diseases. For one American doctor, that nightmare has finally come to an end. An American physician who was placed in isolation in the Czech Republic after possible exposure to Ebola has now been released and is heading home to the United States, bringing relief to his family, colleagues, and supporters who closely followed his journey. The doctor, identified as 46-year-old Patrick LaRochelle, had been working in the Democratic Republic of Congo, where health officials continue to battle an Ebola outbreak. After coming into contact with a patient carrying the virus, international health authorities acted quickly. As a precaution, LaRochelle was flown from Congo to Uganda and then transported to Prague, Czech Republic, where he entered strict medical isolation at Bulovka Hospital, one of Europe's leading facilities for treating highly dangerous infectious diseases. For nearly 3 weeks, the American doctor remained separated from the outside world. Inside the hospital, his room was specially designed for high-risk medical situations. According to reports, the isolation unit included protective barriers and emergency medical access systems that allowed healthcare workers to provide treatment while minimizing exposure risks. Every day brought uncertainty. Would symptoms appear? Would the virus develop? Would he eventually be able to return home to his wife and children? Fortunately, the answer is now clear. After completing the virus incubation period without showing any symptoms, doctors officially cleared LaRochelle and released him from isolation. Hospital officials confirmed that he never developed signs of Ebola and is now safely returning home. The emotional moment marks the end of a stressful chapter not only for LaRochelle but also for his family. His wife, Anna, and their 3 children had previously returned to the United States while he remained under observation overseas. Meanwhile, the Ebola outbreak continues to create concern among global health officials. 2 other American missionary doctors who were also exposed in Congo were evacuated for treatment and monitoring. One of them reportedly tested positive and required intensive medical care, highlighting the very real dangers healthcare workers face while serving in outbreak zones. Around the world, health authorities are racing to contain the spread of Ebola in affected regions of Central Africa. Neighboring Uganda has also reported cases, increasing concerns about regional transmission. The situation has even sparked international discussions about travel policies. U.S. officials have reportedly encouraged allied nations to consider additional precautions and travel restrictions involving areas impacted by the outbreak. Public reaction to LaRochelle's release has been overwhelmingly positive. Many people have praised the doctor for his dedication to helping vulnerable communities in one of the world's most challenging healthcare environments. Others have expressed gratitude toward the Czech medical team whose expertise and professionalism helped ensure his safe monitoring throughout the ordeal. For many viewers, this story is a reminder of the sacrifices made every day by doctors, nurses, and humanitarian workers who willingly place themselves on the front lines of dangerous diseases to save lives. Tonight, one American family is breathing a sigh of relief. A father is coming home. A doctor has overcome weeks of uncertainty. And while the global fight against Ebola continues, this chapter ends with something everyone can celebrate: hope, resilience, and a safe return home. This version is optimized for U.S. news audiences, watch time retention, emotional engagement, and YouTube SEO around keywords such as American doctor, Ebola exposure, Congo outbreak, Czech hospital, global health, and Ebola news.